I know everyone. It's been a long time since we done a Q&A. I apologize. So that being said, welcome to episode number 4, Firefighter Q&A with Lane Jackson. If you're new to the channel, guys, my name is Lane Jackson. I'm a full-time firefighter at McGuire Air Force Base here in New Jersey. And currently right now we're doing this in the Bay because it is about to snow. But I want to say thank you guys for tuning into the channel. If you're returning back to the channel, forgive me. I know it's been a long time. You guys have probably been dying for me to answer some more questions. So I'm not going to take up any more time and we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it, all right? So before we dive right into the questions, I just want to say you guys asked some really good questions and I encourage you guys to keep asking those questions, all right? So if you guys want me to answer a question, all you have to do is comment down below the question you would like for me to answer and I will answer that question. I will take my time and give you the full detailed answer. I won't shortchange you. Now, if it's something I may not know the answer to, give me some time to research the information and then I'll bring it back to you, all right? So let's go ahead and dive straight into it with question number 1 from Justin Stephanie. What are some of the fun things you guys do around the fire station during your free time? So that's a very great question because a lot of people think when we work 24-hour shifts or 48-hour shifts, depending on the department, they think we come here and it's just straight work. And sometimes it can be like that, guys. You know, there's mandatory training you have to do. There's mandatory certifications you have to work on. On top of that, you have to run calls. On top of that, you have to do your daily duties around the station. So it can become a busy day. But for the most part, guys, we do our training, we run our calls, and then after that, we're pretty much have time to work on other things that we like to work on. So some of the stuff that guys like to do, some guys like to play Xbox, PlayStation on their free time. Some people like to work out like myself. Some people actually go to school, they're working on degrees. Other people may have a hobby like arts and crafts, so they may be building stuff or working on things. So pretty much any kind of hobby that you have, people tend to just do it here. You know, they tend to do it on their downtime, their free time. And it's a great thing, guys. That's one thing I love about this job because I'm able to, you know, still work out, still do my meal preps, and any other things I want to work on, I have time to do it here. So it just depends on your hobby. Like I said, we all have our own little thing we like to work on here. Question number 2 is coming from Charles Grady. Now, Charles wants to know, how many tests do you have to take to become a firefighter? Now, this is a really great question because a lot of people ask this all the time. And to be honest, guys, there's not a certain number of tests you have to take. It just depends on the fire department, your local fire department that you're applying for, or it depends on the military branch that you're trying to join and become a firefighter in, all right? So for the most part, most fire departments have a fire academy that you have to attend, and then after the academy, you may have to do like some rookie training at the department. But when you get to the fire academy, it just depends on that department's academy. You have state academies, you have national academies, you have department academies, meaning some departments hold their own fire academy. So it just depends on what they require. But most likely in your first phase, which is rookie school, you're gonna be taking a lot of tests, probably tests. If I remember when I was going through rookie school or fire academy, we was taking a test like maybe every 2 to 3 days. So it just depends on the academy, and it's a lot of information. It's not super hard if you study and read, but you're definitely going to take a lot of tests within the first 8 weeks to 12 weeks of rookie school, however long the rookie school is. And then when you get out, of course, you're going to have some other training, like you may have to get familiar with the apparatus at your department. Like, you know, brand new guys, when they come here, they have to do like training and then do like a small department test on the ladder truck. So firefighting, I'm gonna put it like this: firefighting is a job that you're always gonna be learning. It's a job that you can never stop learning, all right? So at the end of the day, you'll be taking tests from the day you start to the day you retire. I still take tests to this day. So that was a really great question. The best answer I can give you, just be prepared to take a lot of tests when you first start and just study and read. Make sure you study and read, all right? So jumping straight into question number 3. Question number 3 is coming from Rico Forever. Now Rico, I remember you asked the question before. What are the certifications you get when you come out of 12 mic AIT? Also, have you got more certifications since then? So to answer the first part of your question, real quick, for those that don't know what 12 mic AIT, 12 mic is the firefighter job in the military. AIT is the school they send you to, which is the fire academy for the military, all right? So the certifications that you receive when you complete AIT, you're gonna get Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2, you're gonna get Airport Firefighter, you're gonna get Hazmat Ops and Hazmat Awareness, And also you will get, it used to be called first responder, which is a basic medical provider, but I think they have a new name for it called EMR now. So you'll walk away with those certifications, which are normally good enough to get you in a regular department. But once you get to that department, your learning has to continue. Again, like I mentioned in the previous question, this is a job from the day you start to the day you retire, you're always gonna be learning. So yes, I have tons and tons of other certifications because it's gonna be required for you to advance in this career. And most jobs, you have like 6 months to get these classes done. And then once you get to that spot, you have like a year to get another set of classes done. They want you to continue to learn, they want you to continue to progress because this job is always changing. Prime example, when you leave the fire academy, you don't have any driver experience, right? So you're gonna have to learn how to drive a ladder truck. You're gonna have to learn how to drive an engine. Once you learn how to drive that truck, now you have to learn how to pump. If you look at this right now, all you're probably like, this is very complicated, and it's really not complicated. But you have to learn how to pump the truck. You gotta learn how to operate the truck. If it's a ladder truck, you gotta learn how to put the ladder up, stuff like that. So this job, you will always be learning. You will always be signing up for some classes, and you will always be in classes, all right? The best advice I can give you guys though is be motivated and take the initiative. And as soon as you get out of recruit school or fire academy, you know, hey, see what the required classes are for that department, sign up for every one of them. The first year, when I was a Pro B firefighter, I signed up for every class that my department required for the next rank, the next couple of ranks, and I just signed up and went to the classes. Most departments, they either pay you overtime or you'll get comp leave, however they have it set up. And that's what I did. I knocked all that stuff out. I'm at a point in my career now, like I pretty much have all my officer classes. They go all the way up to Officer 4. I have Officer 4. I'm level 2 on everything else. So if I want to progress, maybe get a degree in fire science, or I can continue taking the instructor courses or the inspector courses if I want to be a fire marshal or I want to be a training chief, which neither two of those I'm really interested in. So I have level 2s on those areas, and I'm good with that. So I hope that answers your question. Again, just be prepared to keep taking classes, keep learning. And guys, it's really not that hard, honestly. If you apply yourself, you pay attention to study, it's not that hard. Most of the tests, I've taken tests up to 20 questions, some up to 100. They're gonna range from 20 to 100, depending on the class. Most of the Pro Board and IFSAT courses are gonna be 100 questions, but they're not hard, guys, all right? So don't worry, you'll be fine, you'll do great. So I hope that answers your question, Rico. All right, everyone, that concludes episode number 4, Firefighter Q&A with Lane Jackson. We're gonna go ahead and end the video here, guys, because like I said before, I wanna keep these videos short, sweet, and simple. That way, you guys can have the time to process and digest the information, all right? I don't wanna flood you with a whole bunch of questions in a 15-minute long video. I feel like these short questions with longer responses will go further in life, all right? So I appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, guys. Also, hit the thumbs up button, guys, if you enjoy the content. This video, those thumbs up go a long way to help get the video out there. And if you guys are full-time firefighters and you think this will help your department or help new recruits, by all means, you have my rights to share this video with them, all right? Until next time, guys, also follow me on my social media platforms. Links are all down below. You guys can check me out on Instagram. I'm always posting on Instagram. I'm always very active with that. I share a lot of my military firefighting stuff on there as well. So follow me on my social media platforms. And until next time, guys, peace.